Happy Friday, everybody. So today we're continuing linear relationships. In the last couple of days, we've worked on just furthering those strategies using change in y over change in x, things like that. So it all comes down to we have an equation, and with that equation, we have y equals mx plus b, okay? And so we've been using blue for our b, and our b is our y-intercept, okay? So with scenarios, sorry, gotta write it. Okay, so with scenarios, we're talking about like a one-time fee or an initial fee. Okay, so this is something that you're going to pay once and you get it out of your way. So that's your y-intercept. So in that example where I was going to Austin and I was going to rent a kayak, and they said that there was a rental fee of $10. So in that scenario, I was adding $10 to whatever the cost was. So that was my y-intercept. And then we have our rate of change. So that's our m. So that's something that's our constant. For every hour I rent that kayak, I have to spend that amount of money. And so our rate of change is something that is multiplied, and it is our constant for each hour. Okay. So for the example that I gave you guys before with the kayak, well, it was $20 an hour for the kayak. So I would multiply $20 times however many hours I was out there. So in that situation, X was the number of hours I was kayaking. So 20 times the number of hours, and then I was adding the 10 because I had that $10 fee no matter what, even if I didn't, even if I didn't end up going, okay? So let's take a look at an example problem. Oh, there we go. I must have accidentally hit next. Sorry. Okay, so let's look at this example problem. So in this problem, it says Kenny's looking to subscribe to a new magazine. He's interested in extreme sports. The membership for extreme sports costs $3.50 a month and an initial fee of $1.50. Okay, so this initial fee is something that I'm going to spend one time. So this initial fee is my b. So in our equation of y equals mx plus b. All right, you fix that. Okay, so y equals mx plus b. This b is my one-time b. So one time I have to spend $1.50. And then it says extreme sports costs $3.50 a month. So a month is like per month. Okay, so that means every month I have to spend $3.50. So this is going to be my m because it's being multiplied. This was my b. Okay, so my m is $3.50. So I'm going to take $3.50 and I'm going to multiply that times my x value, and that will get me the amount of money for the magazine subscription. Okay, so that x is my number of months and y is the cost. Okay, so if I just sign up and I haven't paid for a month yet, there's that initial fee. So 0 months, it's going to be $1.50 no matter what. So this $1.50, this is my b. Okay. So now let's say I subscribe for 1 month. Okay, so I'm going to take this x and I'm going to put 1 in here for x. So now I have 350, oopsies, times 1 plus $1.50. So 350 plus $1.50, well, the 50 cents and the 50 cents make $1. So that's $4 plus 1 is $5. So it's $5 after 1 month. Now let's see, what will it be after 3 months? Okay, so again, I'm going to plug 3 in instead of x. So 3. So 350 times 3 plus $1.50. So 350 times 3. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 3 is 9 plus 1 is 10. 2 numbers to the right. Oops, darn it. Okay, so 2 numbers to the right, so it's 1050. Okay, so this is what we're going to be doing today. So we're going to be able to match an equation and a scenario based on our keywords, and then we can use that equation and plug in values for x to then find y. So today's activity, we are going to create a table and write an equation for the given situation. We're going to match given equations to a situation and create a table. And then we're going to match the situation to the given table and write an equation. Okay, so here you have the document. And with our document on the first page, front and back, we have these different spaces. And then the last page, you're going to cut those scenarios out and you're going to use them up top. So you don't ever have to write your own scenario, but you're going to match these scenarios to either the table or the equation. And if you are given the scenario, you're going to write your own equation and table. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at this first one and we'll do it together. So it says a police officer writes on average 45 tickets per hour. Officer Ramirez already wrote 145 tickets. Write an equation to find out y, the number of tickets he will write in x hours. Okay, so my rate of change, I know that with my equation of y equals mx plus b, I know my m is being multiplied by x. Okay, so I'm going to multiply by x hours. Okay, so I'm trying to find whatever I'm multiplying the number of hours by. So they write on average 45 tickets per hour. So 45 per hour. So that's going to go with my x. So that means the 45 is my m. All right. So if it helps, go ahead and write this out over here and fill it in. So this is being multiplied. So 45 is being multiplied. Okay. So I have the y equals and x plus b. All right, and then he already wrote 145 tickets. So that's done. That's like an initial amount that's already there. And then he's adding to it, right? Because he's writing 45 more tickets per hour. So we're going to do plus 145. So then what we're going to do is we're going to be able to make a table. So when we make a table, we're going to do x and y. Okay, so I want each of your tables to have your y-intercept. So table should have 3 values. So that can be your y-intercept and 2 more. Okay, so for example, I know my y-intercept always has an x value of 0. So 0, 145 is going to be 1. And then I'm going to go ahead and choose another x value. So let's say I choose 2 and 4. So if I choose 2, I'm going to plug 2 in for x. So I'm going to do 45 times 2 plus 145. Well, I know 45 times 2 is 90. So 145 plus 90. 9 plus 4 is 3. $235. Or sorry, not dollars. 235 tickets. Okay, so now I'm going to go plug in 4. So 45 times 4, because I'm just changing out my x value, plus 145. So 45 times 4. 4 times 5 is 20, 16, 17, 18. So 180 plus 145, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3 is 325. Okay? So that's it. That's all you have to do. Now, on the second one, it gives us the equation, so we need to go find our scenario. So in this situation, we're multiplying 369 and we're adding 145. Okay, so let's go look at these scenarios. So I need to be multiplying 369. Okay, well, you guys can see it easier. So I'm looking for a scenario where the m is 169 and I already forgot, so sorry. And the b is 145. So I'm looking for a scenario where I multiply 169 and then I add 145. So let's see. This first one. Okay, so the numbers that match the scenario for the most part are these first two. I see 369 and 145. Let's try them. So it rained for hours at a rate of 369 millimeters an hour. The rain barrel was at 145 millimeters before it started raining. So 369 per hour. And it was already there. Like the starting point was 145 millimeters. So write an equation that can be used to find the number of millimeters after X number of hours. That looks pretty good to me, but let's make sure. I see this one about Joe. Joe has $369 in his bank account. He pays $145 a month for his cable. Write an equation that can be used to determine the amount after. Okay, so in this situation, right, we have this rain barrel. And it's got 145. And then every hour, more is going in, right? Okay, so that's good. And then down here, the bank account has $369 in it. So that's my starting amount. And then he's paying money. So that money is not going in. He's taking out every month $145 per month. A month. Okay? So that means I'm multiplying. So these are the types of techniques that I want you to use for today's assignment. So you should be able to get through matching all of these and writing your equations. Okay, again, we're using the y equals mx plus b format. We're focused on our m, meaning that we're going to be multiplying something, right? So we're multiplying something with the m. Okay, m is multiplied. And then our b is going to be added or subtracted. So add or subtract. All right, guys, go.